All right. We got a live. We got an intro today too. Let's see. No, I guess not. Well,
Sanke.
I'm a living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
welcome back to MMA.
Damn.
What the heck yeah? Now, I'm one half the dynamic duo known as Buddy V with the one and only
Sam K. And shit, man, we got two phenomenal guests in the building as always, all the way from Streetbeefs West Coast. You've seen them before. I call them an OG to the yard. We have the one, the only Hitman in the building.
What's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all.
All the way from Streetbeefs Scrapyard, we have the one, the only Punisher in the building.
What's up? Thanks for having me on, guys.
Glad to have y'all.
I'm excited, and man, I could just feel the excitement in the air. I mean, this upcoming weekend we got the Scrapyard anniversary. Next month we got the West Coast anniversary. I know we got so many firefights lined up. It's man, I'm excited. But I was just saying, the Punisher, you got one coming up against a guest we actually had on a few weeks ago, the Peruvian Panther. How you feeling?
Yes. I don't know. I guess the usual fluctuations of emotions leading up to a fight. I'm pretty excited. I was like, yeah, realizing it's only 3 days away, and guess there's the self-doubt that kicks in. And have I done enough? Have I trained enough? Too late now, if not. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's a title fight for 145 MMA. I think it's the first time that they've had a title fight for that specific category, so that's pretty amazing.
Heck yeah.
Nice. And what are your thoughts of your opponent?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm only 2 fights deep. Nobody's been able to push me past the first round yet. I think this guy will be the guy to do it. He's a great kickboxer, awesome on the ground as well with jiu-jitsu. I don't really have any expectations. Got a lot of respect for him as a human being and a fighter, though. So shouts out to Peruvian Panther. Just don't knee me in the nuts, please, like you did last time.
Yeah, we need those.
Hey, that was a humble please, too. He said, please.
I don't want my bloodline to end with me, so yeah.
All right. And Hitman, it's been a little minute since we've seen you in the yard, but man, you have quite possibly one of the most anticipated fights, at least for me as a fan. I've been waiting for this fight for years. And it seems it may go down next month at the anniversary. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, man. Canadian finally said he gonna show up. He said he gonna show up on time. I don't want to hear about traffic. You know, I don't want to hear about nothing about Seattle traffic. Now he in LA. We in the same state. So yeah, that's going down, bro. In August, I'm excited, bro, because I like me and Canadian mess around a lot with each other, but you know, that's he's still funny as hell. That's still the homie. But in a competitive stance, I'm gonna punch that fool in the face. He gonna
right. Did you see the last fight that he had with Wedo?
Yeah.
Okay. What were your thoughts on that?
You know, I mean, you know, since we started Streetbeefs, you know, he's lost weight, you know, but I feel like his technique and everything is like the same. I feel like he's never really, I feel like he's not going above and beyond. He's just showing up, and I am the Canadian, like, all right, bro, you know, but I mean, I'm coming in a little different this time. I feel like I had my first AMI fight for like Battle of the Badges in May, and they kind of dogged me too. But I fought a dude. He was 235. I was 206, but he was like 6. It was kind of like the fun. Did you see the Tim Tszyu fight and Fedora, the boxing match? Well, if you look them up, that's how it was. He was like 6'5", and I was 5'10", and man, the height is a big difference, man. When I was hitting shoulders, throwing overhands, but it prepared me a lot because I ain't been hit that hard before, and like I was like, oh, okay, and it left kind of like a salty taste in my mouth. So I'm like, I need to get back in this. So I was like, when the anniversary event sign up came on, I was like, yeah, I'm jumping on that. So let's get it.
I'm excited to see. And I don't know, did you hurt your shoulder a few years back?
No, I hurt my eye. I was gonna do power slap, and I was going through the physicals. I had a match against Brandon Bordeaux. I don't know if you guys know him now, and he's up there now. I think he's gonna be the champ now. But that's who I was supposed to fight or slap against, and they found 3 holes on my retina, and they said it's nothing but scar tissue. Like I wouldn't recommend it. So I kind of dropped out of that, and I've been going to the VA checking my eye out. They said, look, you can't be out here bare knuckle fighting, but you're cool with 12-ounce gloves, and just don't be letting people punch you in the face. So, but I'm back now, and it kind of took a toll on me, bro, not being able to fight like that or not train at least. And like it was like, what am I training for? But then I was like, I'm back in it now, so I'm excited.
Talk a little bit about that, because I don't think that gets spoken on too often.
Nah,
as far as feeling like your worth in that aspect.
Yeah. So when I first came back to Streetbeefs, or when I first came into Streetbeefs, like I came in out of shape. But man, after that first fight, like I felt like, oh man, this is fun. Like let's do more. I know you're capable of more because you've done more before. So I was loving going to the events. I was there at the events, and then once I got that word of like my eye had this issue, and it kind of messed with me for a long time, like about a year. I was like, man, like, and then watching you guys fight and watching everyone else compete, I was like, man, I know these people, and like it's so cool to see them fight. But at the same time, I miss being there. I miss competing. Like I miss, whatever the outcome may be. Like I love just getting in there because I mean, I don't have any quit in me. Like it's either you take me out or you beat me. It's plain and simple, But Streetbeefs hasn't really got a disciplined hitman. You know what I mean? I'm a family man. I coach here. I go out and get. But now I feel like now that I moved and got my house, I'm in the mountains. It's just I feel different, And I want to keep showing I'm different. But man, it was a struggle. I ain't gonna lie. That first year, it was wild. But after like talking, getting a second opinion, and it kind of brought me back to life.
Yeah, well, we're definitely glad to have you back, bro.
Yeah, I missed y'all, man.
Excited. I can't wait to see, Woo, I want to see the improvements that I get to see with the Hitman coming back 2.0, 3.0.
And I have to come back at 190, so I don't want to hear no excuses from the Canadian. I don't want to hear nothing because, first it was like, well, 200's kind of heavy. I'm like, bro, you weighed in at 202 not too long ago, bro. Get out of here.
Hey, he was quite small in that Weddle fight.
Yeah, he looked a lot thinner. So I was like, man,
yeah.
I got to get down now. I don't want there to be any looming, oh, well, he was bigger, he was this or that, but so that's why I got to come in and prove it to myself too. You know what I mean? I used to be like that. So it's time to get it done.
Bro, I seen you at 160, 170 in the military video. I said that guy can't come to Streetbeefs. Like if he does, I have to get out of Streetbeefs. I have to become the ref. Bro, you was nasty, bro. You was nasty.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah.
Not saying that you weren't, in your heavier years, because I mean,
you see the difference. We know the difference.
Yeah. But for the people who aren't unaware, right?
Yeah.
Hitman has a crazy fight with Seto out in Scrapyard, but out of the West Coast, I'd say one of the greatest fights, period, in the West Coast is Hitman versus Takamura.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see a banger boxing match, boom, that right there.
I had to dig deep for that one at the end, man, because his cardio stays at a steady pace, 24/7. And that first round, I was like, okay, I feel good. Then he came out the second. Exactly. Cardio is key. I'm going to need to buy one of them shirts, too. I see everyone with them. I have a reminder for myself, G.
Discounted on Wednesday. Samke.
Okay.
Use the code Samke. You get them for like $10.
Wednesdays, all righty.
How much, buddy?
$10.
Oh, bro, I'm hitting you
The
up.
$10 holla.
Yeah, I'm like,
You know?
damn, everyone keep getting the Song K original. Yeah, I'm like, dang. I need to get one of them.
Now, I was gonna say cardio is key, and one of the things I was noticing was the speed and stuff with people keeping cardio up. And Punisher, when you fought, what was your first fight? Yeah, Grandma's Boy. You ended up getting this killer KO, but we saw your chin tested, and I mean, your opponent came, he hit you multiple times, really fast. And I was gonna ask, did you feel like you had to switch your game plan up a little bit after he came through with like a barrage of punches?
Oh, 100%, man. That, like, my game plan went out the window when he started doing that. It was so like my plan was to stay on the feet. I was trying to just keep the pace, right, and just like slow it down, test him out. I threw a jab here, body shot there. I wasn't trying to like kill him, and then I don't know. I guess I landed one in his liver, and it put him in berserker mode, and he just started swinging at my chin, and I was pretty much this close to wanting to quit and go on one knee. It was so I decided to make a decision. So I went for his waist, and it's like, hey, this guy's only 135 pounds, so I just picked him up and threw him, and that changed the whole thing. And yeah, pretty much my fight from there on out.
Now, I just watched that fight before the show, and I wasn't quite sure whose mouthpiece was out.
That was his.
That was his mouthpiece.
So yeah. So if you look at the part where I have him, I've got him in a headlock, and I've got him in like a half guard position. He drops his mouth guard out, like he physically dropped it out of his mouth.
Okay.
And you could hear the heavy breathing, like he was gassed to hell. So his mouth guard came out. By the time the ref saw it, he had me in that weird like headlock thing, and then he tried to put it back in his mouth.
I saw.
But that, yeah, and then the both of us, we started moving again, so we didn't get that opportunity, and that's when I finished the game for him. So bit controversial, but it is what it is, right? You don't want to stop it if you don't have to.
Facts. And I heard people in the crowd calling for the mouthpiece, but people have to realize it's MMA and not boxing. He doesn't have to go about giving the mouthpiece, even though he attempted. And like you said, you guys were kind of going back and forth. But what were your thoughts when you picked him up and threw him? Did you know that was going to be a knockout slam?
No, absolutely not.
What was your reaction? Because that guy, he sounded like he died. It looked and sounded like he killed him. Real shit.
I mean, like, I didn't feel bad. Like, I didn't. So, I don't know. I threw him. I wasn't expecting him to get concussed like he did. Like, he was still holding on to my head when he went down, and my forehead basically went into his temple, and that's how he ended up in that situation. So, like, I didn't want to take any chances. So as soon as he went on the ground, I got in, the full mount position and tried to finish the job, like, just in case, he woke up. Like, I saw his eyes closed. I saw his arms flail back, but I didn't want to take any risks. Like, he could, jump back to life and change it. So, but it was kind of like this, and the ref's like, "Oh yeah, don't feel bad." But I didn't feel bad. Like I really didn't. It was, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. I was just kind of there like a sociopath. It felt, but
shout out Shorty. No, man, that shit was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. You can definitely tell, like, you wouldn't expect a knockout from that particular move, but I almost thought his head bounced off the ground, but you're saying your elbow was in his temple? No,
my forehead. He was still holding on to my head when I picked him up and threw him. Like, the throw was clean, but he didn't land it. And not only did his head hit the turf, but my forehead like went right into his temple because he was onto a side sort of thing because he was holding on like that. And that's basically how it happened. So I remember after it happened, it's like, why does my head hurt? Like, it's because like I pretty much headbutted him into the dirt, you know.
Right.
Bam.
That was a great slam.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Man. And I'm kind of curious too, because Hitman, right before we switched over, we were talking, cardio is key. And, we brought up how there might be possibly this Canadian match. And when we saw the Canadian fight Weddle, we saw a smaller Canadian, a much faster Canadian. Do you think he's going to try to bring cardio into that and become more prepared, try to empty your gas tank early on to try to take advantage?
He might, but you know what? He started. He didn't match a pace with Weddle. He kind of he uses his jab, and once he gets moving and stuff like that. But I didn't see him exert a lot of punches and a plethora of punches either. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use my strengths against him, and I know that I finished every fight I've been in. I may be a little tired at the end, but I've never let cardio make a fight end. My first fight ever was with Golden Arms, and I was out of shape, bad. But I was whooping them the first round. The second round I started feeling it, and I was like, oh dang. So I know I can hang in there, especially at 190 pounds. My problem is that when everything wants to be hard in the first round, everything is instead of calm it down. Let's pick them apart. Not everything has to be hard. Pick your shots the right way. So that's what I'm working on. So hopefully I learned something from that. But for that first round, when I just want to go in there, that's what I have to control.
All that shit.
Is you got outside of the Takamura fight, I mean, you've got quite a few classics under your belt. The Maniac fights. Didn't you fight Mike 100?
No, that's my coach. I never.
Okay. That was the Maniac who fought Mike 100.
I want my run back with the Maniac too, because it was a lot, that one, and he told me too after the fight, he's like, man, I couldn't let you get in a rhythm, because that first fight when you got in a rhythm, I didn't know what to do. So he did the right thing pressuring me, but I'm gonna need. I know what I'll do for that fight. It's gonna be a lot different.
He's another one who got better progressively.
Oh yeah. He's at a gym now, I believe, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw him at a gym, so I was like, that's good, man, because he's a street fighter that can box, but now that he's adding a little bit of some skills to his arsenal, then he could do some damage too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If you see his fight with 619 or Diesel, that it perfectly displays that.
Yeah.
But back to you, I was gonna say, back to the discussion of throwing the power shots early on. We see that a lot in your classic bangers. How does one break out of that? We're aware of it, right? Mm-hmm. But for another fighter who's also dealing with that, how does one go about attacking that?
My recommendation is, because my last fight, I felt great. My nerves weren't there. I danced around. I was there. This guy was just so long, but I felt the difference in my adrenaline control. I was able to, jab around, pick my shots, and then I threw a couple hard ones that did connect, snapped his head back. But I felt the difference between when I would used to just go in there and just unload, to breathing through that urge to. You really have to have discipline in the ring as well. Like, you have to get in there and know that, like, hey, like, if I exert all this energy, you're done. Like, I'm a sitting duck. So it's either now I'm gonna survive, or it's like, hey, we in the mix now. We fighting. Like, we're going shot for shot, back and forth. And I learned a lot. So I'm ready to get in there, man. Like, and I just know that I want to show that discipline now of control. Control is where it comes into. You could have all the skills in the world, look great on the bag, look great on the pads, look great in sparring. But once you get into that ring and know it's a fight, you have to control yourself. You have to control that urge to want to go in there, because I don't know how you guys feel, but I know that rush in the beginning is there. Like, oh, like what Punisher said, that self, did I do enough? Did I do this? All right, let me show him if I did do it. Oh no, I just blew my load on trying to attack this man. So I'm learning that control aspect of the fight game, and it's a process. I'm still working on it.
Yeah, it's hard, like when the emotions all hit you in that cage, but like having the wisdom to go in like beforehand, like, hey, this could last like, all 3 rounds or whatever you're going, and you gotta like conserve your energy and use it wisely, because I mean, yeah, cardio is key, but cardio is finite no matter how much you train it. It's like you don't know what's going to happen in there, and in a fight especially, it's a fight cardio is like unlike any other cardio you can ever experience, because it's there and then it all vanishes, it seems, right? So like keeping that in mind, like, I got to pace myself and make it to the end of this match, and because everybody wants to get the first round knockout, right? Like that's their mindset. Okay, I'm going to kill this guy, but that's the other guy's mindset too. So it ends up being a stalemate, and you end up gassed by the second. So trying to, like, I guess compartmentalize your fitness so you can make it to the end. Do the smart things, like you said, like perfectly, like pick your shots instead of like just swinging like a madman. Make every shot count, make every move count, and make sure that it's enough to last you to the end of the fight.
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree, because there's a couple fights I got on. I thought I was good. I was running. I did put the sparring in. After the first round, I did all that for what? I was like, man, I don't know what happened, man. But then, my thing is too is warming up properly. Not going in there cold, not going in there. You gotta be warm. You gotta have your heart rate a little up, because going from a standing heart rate to all of a sudden you at 120, it'll gas you. It really will gas you. So that's another thing too. You got to be cognizant of that. Yeah. Hey, Free Smoke, let your hair go, bro. It's thinning. Anyways, my bad.
Nah, that's well said, man. I've seen and cornered some of the best guys who went into their fight cold and they weren't themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then we get into discussion after the fact, and the truth comes out, and it's like, you don't want to be gassed before your fight, but you definitely don't want to be cold before the fight.
That so happy medium of finding that,
Yep. Well said.
Your barber wants you to keep coming back, Free Smoke. That's why he said you're still good, my boy. Anyways, old barber trick. I've told homies that too. They had the old tire fryer tuck, man. Don't trip. Hey, dog, you good? I promise. The homie got a whole Homer Simpson going on.
I was gonna ask.
Punisher, you good though? You at the right age for it, brother. How old are you?
Bro, I'm turning 40 this year.
Oh, bro, see, you're good. Free Smoke not even in his 30s yet, and he's going through it. You good,
bro? I started losing it when I was 27, though. So like, you just got to embrace it and just embrace the baldness,
I feel that.
Show them who you are.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is dope.
You have the.
That's a great show. I'm having too much fun. Shit.
Oh. Hey, tell it again, Free Smoke. I got a picture waiting for you. I don't want you to be the group chat police and kick me out again. I'd fight nobody.
That'd be fun.
Has that ever been talked about? Because he's bringing it up as if it's been a thing.
Nobody brought it up one time because I was like, man, he was the champ, and I like Nobody. He's a good dude. But I was like, hey man, like when are we gonna get in there? And he goes, bro, I think that's a good fight to make. It was a respectful conversation because he's an athlete. He can do MMA. He's not a bad boxer, you know what I mean? And he's got heart. Like that's one thing you can't train is heart. And you gotta be. You look, he just removed me again a little bit. Sorry, Free Smoke removed me from the group again.
Shout out to Nobody. I'm pretty sure he's got some belts as well. So outside of the belt he had won, the boxing belt he won.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Booted.
Yeah, you said boot it.
Tooted and booted.
Hey, free smoke plays big dick swinging right now. I control the group chat. Nobody gets in the group chat without my say.
But real quick, Punisher, I wanted to ask, bro. You mentioned you were 40, just turned 40. How did you find out about Scrapyard, and what was your entry like?
All right, I'll try to keep this short. So it's a life journey, you know. I only started training like less than a couple years ago, and it was based on a thing like I realized like there was something in me that wanted to fight, right? So started training. I was out the army for a year, right, trying to find that sense of purpose again, and then MMA kind of came up. This whole like mental battle to get to that place, and I started training, and I'm looking for opportunities because I didn't want to be just this guy that just is in the gym and doesn't compete, because I wanted to fight. Like that's my main ambition in life now, is to fight. So I started looking for places, locally. In Canada it's a little harder because they got like stricter rules, so we can't do the things that yeah, like Washington's got their consensual fight laws. We don't have that. Like they just opened up like a Muay Thai organization like a few months ago. Like they finally got declared it. So like the fighting opportunities up here are few and far between. I was just trying to get my foot in the door, maybe find a smoker. I was looking at these, amateur matches. I thought I was ready for amateur. I'm definitely not. I know that much. And then Streetbeefs came along. It's like, hey, I've seen these fights before, and how easy it was to sign up. And so it's just across the border. Well, let's sign up for one. Let's work towards that. And that was like my new life goal, to get in the octagon. And it was such an amazing opportunity. Like Streetbeefs is like the best. Like you can go in at any level that you're at. The exposure is crazy. The organization for it's ridiculous. Like you got registered nurses on site. You got like very seasoned, referees doing, octagon, all that stuff. And it was like, oh, this seems like a great opportunity. So I went with it, and it's, I joined the group, and everybody's like super chill and humble. And I really like that. Like it wasn't really a lot of room for, the cocky guys and the egos. It was just like everyone was kind of like a family, and so I signed.
Take notes.
Shots fired. Yeah. And I guess that's how it is. And I think that I'm going to be here for a while. So till I pop a hip or something. So
heck yeah, man. That's awesome.
That's what's up, man. Hey, that's a testament to, the rest of us are in the 30 gang. So, that's a testament for us, that's aging, that aren't in the 20s and under, the young bucks. We can still get out here and get it, to whatever degree we choose, and that's
absolutely
dope.
Absolutely. If you want to do something, you got to find a way to do it. Like it's not going to be as easy as everyone else's path a lot of the time. But you just got to find a way. Like you can't just hide behind excuses. You have to put your neck out there. You have to at least try. If you fail, that's a lot better than living with regret without starting and picking it up at all.
Well said.
Yeah.
So you're traveling from Canada every time to fight?
Oh yeah.
What's that drive like?
Fucking A.
It's awesome until I get to Seattle. All of a sudden, I see all the graffiti popping up, the traffic slows down, and then but it's a great drive. Like I prefer driving in Washington than Canada any day. Like people actually know how to drive out there. It's great. Like I'm just cruising.
I don't know about that one. The city where Scrapyard is in, I don't know.
As Canadian, you couldn't make it to the
fight. It's outside Seattle. It doesn't count. Like way outside, like Tacoma, right? But like inner cities are kind of, I don't know. They kind of like, I don't like them.
Okay, because I remember I was on the road, and I'm like, nobody wanted to drive. Everyone was enjoying. Everyone was driving like they were enjoying the sights.
which the
Yeah,
site's beautiful.
that's what it's like where I live, man. Like people, they're not even enjoying the sights. They're not even like paying attention to the road or nothing. Like they just assume people are going to get out their way when they want to change lanes and things. But like with the thing I noticed when I crossed that border, like the Blaine area, you guys have a passing lane, and it's we got our left lanes too, but people don't know how to use it. If you're cruising up there and the person in front of you is going slower, that person gets out of your way. They go into the other lane, and that guy's doing like way faster than they drive up here in Canada. I'm comfortably doing like 140 kilometers an hour. I don't know how many freedoms per eagle that is. I don't adjust my speedometer, but yeah, like everyone's driving fast. They see someone driving faster, they get out of their way. That's unheard of where I live, man. It's such a blessing driving down there, and then you get to Seattle, and it's just like being back home again. But get past the outskirts, you're good.
That line was fun. Heck yeah. And I mean, it's crazy fun out here. And, we always bring up on the show how with the different West Coast cages and the different Street Beast locations, it's like almost like a video game. You have unlockable stages. And I mean, you're traveling already. And, as you start to have more fun, could you see yourself eventually traveling to another yard?
Oh, I would love that. So okay, a little out of context, a little not, but like I love the idea of being invited to different areas to do my thing, right? Like as a a performer, a competitor, athlete, whatever you want to call me. Like I got hit up from Extreme Cage Fighting. They wanted me to do something in New York, but financially it just wasn't feasible because I don't even have my first amateur yet. But like that thought, like, hey, maybe if I get like well known enough, people would start like flying me out to these different places, and that excites me, like that's. But like, I would love to come out to the OG yard, go down to LA, like wherever they want me, man. Like if I can make it happen, I'm definitely there.
So the West Coast, just so you know, the West Coast is in Nevada and Arizona.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
it's all the same to me. It's just snow up here, and then I know that's desert. That's all I got for references. So yeah.
Hot as hell.
Oh yeah.
Hitman, I wanted to ask, man, how did you find out about Street Beefs, and what was your entry point like?
Man, I think I was on Facebook, and my buddy, I don't know if you remember Rain. Remember
Rain? Yeah. Looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, him and my buddy Austin, they joined the group, and and Austin invited me, and I was like, man, this is cool. So I seen everyone posting training videos and bro, I just from there just got in the group and started running my mouth and being me. So.
And what was your first event?
6.
Okay.
Yeah, I fought Golden Arms that event.
And what was that like? Walking into the yard, seeing the fighters. What was that like for you?
I was nervous. I was like, oh man, they got a ring. They got an actual cage up there with hay bales around it. So it was cool. Yeah, I liked it. Once I was in there, and I was like, this is cool. But I think the first one I saw was what was his name? Was it Messiah?
Ooh, Messiah was a monster.
He went crazy that fight, bro. He
in the cage in Cali? Is that the one you thought? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he went crazy, and I saw him. I was like, man, this is dope. That was the fight I walked up on. I was like, man, this is dope. I was like, I want to keep grinding on this, keep getting in it, and see what we can do.
Most definitely. And how many fights do you have total with us currently?
8. I got 8 fights.
2 away from Hall of Fame.
2 away, yeah, almost there. I think because I had 1 in Scrapyard, so I gotta get my 3.
Okay, yeah, 3
in the West Coast. Yeah,
about to say they're not finna honor that.
No, they're not gonna honor that at all. I need 3 more, and then I'll be up there.
Man, I'm excited. I can't wait to see that. And I had a question for both of y'all because I feel like, Street Beefs is a family and everybody goes with some sort of not knowing what to expect. but it really quickly is very welcoming. But in the cage, we see people lock in, and we see people show a lot of heart in their fights. And do you almost feel like sometimes the amateur or like street beefs is more fun to watch than the pros and whatnot for when they go and I guess you could say just to collect a check because it's like to them it's just a job. Whereas in street beefs, you see people really putting it all out there no matter what. Do you feel like it's more exciting?
I feel like it's kind of like college football, that these people have more to prove because, you know, we don't have a name yet. Our time for camera is YouTube, you know what I mean? So this is a way we can build ourselves. And you know, I think it's a great platform, a great stepping stone to get into the AMI and pro event. I mean, look at all the people we've got. We got people in bare knuckle. We got people in pro boxing, MMA, they're working their way in MMA. I just think it's a great outlet, and I think it's a great platform, and it's awesome seeing the fighters that do go up. Shout out Streetbeefs, bro. Like I think that is the main thing too. Is like know where you came from, know where you started, show that loyalty. You know, just I didn't need Streetbeefs. I didn't need that, bro. That's BS, bro. You wouldn't even be doing this if you weren't up here, man. So I think it's a great platform, honestly. And then the messages stand for, like, you can't beat that, like. And then it everybody comes together when we lose, you know, a fellow fighter, whether it's to gun violence or whatever it may be. Like everybody comes together. None of the beef stuff matters. And I mean, look how great that 925 Pride event was to give him. Like, man, that's still one of my favorite events. And the people that fought in it is just, you know, that was a tough one. But it just shows the camaraderie and the group what it's really about.
100%. Yeah, like the community is amazing. Like I have like a undiagnosed autism, so like connecting with people is pretty hard for me. And so going down to a different country and you know, meeting people I've never met before, it's just like I was super amazed how welcoming it was and how easy it was to like fit in as well. So it's like a very down to earth. Like nobody's like, you know, got this puffed up head, you know, at all. Everybody's there to support each other, like Hitman said. And yeah, it's super inspiring, like watching the fights, like especially live too, because there's just certain things in a live fight that you don't get from watching it on YouTube, right? Like, yeah, the amount of like the grit and the passion and the heart that all these guys have just to get in there. Just put it all on the line. Like, yeah, they're not getting a paycheck, but they're still in there. Like, people got their different motives, but like the resilience I see is just super inspiring. Like with people at different levels. I mean, especially like the lower levels, they just go in there, they give it their all, they leave it in the ring. They don't quit until they absolutely have no choice but to do that. And I think just in life, there's a lot that you can draw from that, seeing these guys do what they do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well said, guys. Well said. You know, we're a community, but I think what makes us mesh together is we're different. You know what I mean? In some way, you know, we're all a little off, a little bit of a misfit, a little bit of awkward, you know, a little bit of outcast, you know, like we all fit that mold, you know what I mean? And it takes certain individuals to get up and want to fight, you know what I mean? And go through with the fight, you know, and then do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're those people. So yeah, Streetbeefs definitely helps facilitate, you know, that camaraderie, that community, and everything you guys said.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely amazing platform for sure. Because it's like, because the way like with the amateurs and pros, I mean, it's so shady. It's like a lot of the time, like it's like swimming in a pool of sharks. You don't know who's going to take advantage of you, who's going to screw you over, but you don't get that sense with something like Streetbeefs, right? Like it's all nonprofit. People are doing it because they want to do it. They're not doing it to, you know, monetize off of individuals. They're just there for the love of the game, right? No matter what, you know, their background is. It's like you could have some somebody raised this way and a guy over here raised another way, and different beliefs on this, different ideologies on this. But like the thing that keeps us together is, the reason why we're there is to fight. And that's what grows us. And you end up with this really, diverse group of people.
Yeah.
Love one thing, but are about other things at the same time. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. And the cool thing too is that not everyone is always going to see eye to eye, but that's okay. We know how to agree to disagree, man. I mean, I try my best to do that. You know what I mean? And like you said, people come from different cultures, different upbringings, different parents, different areas of the country, bro. And I just, you're 100% right. You hit it on the head.
My favorite part about the camaraderie is when somebody signs up a different level and they have experience, like, oh, I'm a level 1 or 0. And they come out and they do, and you're like, hold on a minute. And then they come again and we're like, let's give them the top dude. And then he goes out and gets smeared. And it's like, I told you to sign up there. What are you thinking?
That's true, 100%, bro. Free smoke.
Yeah, we had that guy that signed up as a level 5 that wasn't a level 5 and he quit, apparently. Yeah. Mid-match quit, and his excuse was like, oh yeah, I was just beating him too hard, but it wasn't even like that. It was pretty even match, and he just stopped fighting. yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing too, is like you can't lie in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I've seen a guy, jacked. You know what I'm saying? He's getting ready for, he's getting prepped for his fight. He signed up as a level 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? And, he's showing off the muscles. He's shadow boxing, and he's doing it in a way so that everyone can see him. So, the day's winding down, and his opponent comes out, and they're like, all right, here's your opponent. Lil Diesel? Oh, no. No, I can't fight Lil Diesel. What you mean you can't fight Lil Diesel? No, that guy, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. What? You was just...
Yeah, you was just flexing on him.
You was just like, huh? It's crazy how, people get revealed in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like about fighting. It's great. Like I used to.
Oh, my bad, go ahead.
Sorry, go. No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna tell Sanke. Remember when Wedo fought Punchline?
I remember when he killed him. I don't remember a fight.
Punchline was so nervous going into that fight. He had his Puerto Rican hat on still, bro. They said, "Hey, man, you need to take that hat off, bro." And Wedo finished in like 10 seconds, bro. That was crazy. And he was that guy, like, oh, I'll be doing this. I'm that guy. Like, I'm like, all right, bro. And he was supposed to be my fight, the first fight, but he didn't show up. So I think they gave him Wedo the second.
Well, he
fight.
was talking. He was, on the internet talking shit, And at that time, Wedo was the boogeyman.
Yeah.
We didn't know the personality behind Wedo. So Wedo was at that point was the knockout king. You know what I mean? And he knocked his ass out.
Bro, that was crazy, man. But yeah, like you said, man, it always will show. You'll get, and bro, that man banned himself from the internet. I ain't seen that man profile picture everywhere. He banned himself. He said, "I'm not coming back," and I said so. Yeah. My bad, Punisher. You go ahead, brother.
It's all good, man. I was gonna say, like, of all the art forms, martial arts is not the one that you can, afford to be fake with. Like, I was involved in battle rap for a number of years, and you can fake it till you make it there. You just gotta be charismatic enough, right? Say something with a certain conviction, and people all believe you, right? And art imitates life a lot of time, because there's a lot of people walking the street that are like that too, where it's like they talk a big game, but when it comes down to proving it, it's it's a different story. The excuses come out. You can't do that if you're a fighter. Like, and that's why you find that probably the most kind and humble people are people that know how to fight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
because they understand that, right? Because there's a certain mindset that you have when you're learning to fight, and take with a grain of salt because I'm pretty new at this myself. But it's like if you're busy, improving yourself, you don't really have the time to be, projecting onto others and judging others negatively, right? Because we know what it takes. We've all failed. We've had bad training days. We've had bad, fight days. We've had this, that, and the other, and we know what it takes to pull through all of that, and also the opposition that you experience, like mentally, even. So it's just like you don't have time to be like trying to flex your stuff in front of other people because you're too busy working on yourself and getting better, being the best version of yourself. And I think I like that. So it reflects how you treat other people around you as well, especially in a community like Streetbeefs, where it's like everybody's working on themselves. Everyone's trying to get better. They're trying to be the best version of themselves in that octagon. And you can tell it's beautiful. Love it.
100%. Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of curious. Is the Punisher, is weed legal up there in Canada, all over the whole country, or is there some spots where it's kind of illegal, like here in the States, where there's a handful of states that are legal, but some it's still illegal?
Yeah, federally you can buy it in dispensaries. It's decriminalized. You can even get opium and heroin up here legally now. So don't get any ideas though. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's bananas. It's yeah.
I can't tell you. I don't know what to say.
Shouts out to my secret weight loss tip.
You're messing around, huh? Don't be messing around, brother.
That's the lighter shit. Now, I was gonna say, because we're having a fun time, and Punisher, you were here, you're newer to the yard, but Hitman, you've been in the yard for a while, and we always say on the show, cardio is key. But I was curious if you had any advice to some younger fighters that come into this yard that you think you would really benefit them from hearing as well, because I know we all come in green, so
yeah. Motivation is temporary, discipline should be permanent. You can be motivated. Yeah, I think I heard Alexander Usyk say it the best. He goes, I'm motivated, but I might not be motivated tomorrow morning. He goes, I don't want to wake up and train, but I know I have to. If I want to win, I want to go out there, I have to be disciplined. And, and that's, we do this for free. We do it for fun. Like, I cannot say I'm the most disciplined person in the group. But I also don't want to look like a clown in there and, all right, stop the fight, first round, I'm done. You know what I mean? So now that's what I've been, praying about, focusing on, is just staying disciplined, finding a routine that works. So for you young fighters, find a routine and stick with it. It might be hard the first day, it might be hard the first week, but stick with your routine. I have been disciplined at times, and there's times where, you know what I mean? And then there's times where I haven't. And I know that we know the difference, and that goes for everybody, and I'm sure fighters like Free Smoke and all those other guys who can tell you, like, you have to be in the gym every day, working something, perfecting a craft, adding something to your arsenal. Those are the biggest things that I recommend for the young fighters. And if you are going to pursue this kind of career, you are going to get CTE. So protect your brain, protect your mental, and do all those things. Take the recovery process seriously. So that's my recommendation. I'm 32. I'm never going pro. I just love this cause. I love just being here with you guys and showing, like, hey, we got in there, we showed out, we put on a show, like, let's, and then there's certain times you're not going to get a good matchup where you're fighting guys that, are patient, they're slower, now, and you're used to going in there and brawling it out. Now you gotta be patient. So there's so many different aspects to the game that you really need to take into consideration, be cognizant of, because if you don't, you're going to end up on your ass or you're going to get knocked out. And that's just the harsh truth.
It's true. Yeah, that's well said. Really well said.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned in the past couple is like, get back up as quick as you can when life knocks you down, or you're like you get injured or something like that, or you have a disappointing performance, get back up as quick as you can and get back on the horse again. Because the moment that you decide, oh, I'm just gonna stay in this dark spot for a while, the harder it will be and the worse it's going to get for you, like
Yeah.
mentally. And
Yeah.
what's going to happen when you know, like Hitman said, like you discipline yourself to you get knocked down, get back up on your feet. Eventually, your brain's actually going to get rewired
Exactly.
to the point where that becomes a habit to get, like, and your brain literally gets rewired. They did like a study on this apparently. Like the more that you show resilience, especially when you don't want to, the easier it becomes to stand back up when you get knocked down again.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like you're gonna be fighting if you do go to the pro. You might be doing this for fun or you like, but there's people out there fighting for milk. At the end of the day, they fighting for milk. They fighting for the money because they got to provide for their kids. They got to provide, so they don't care what happens to them in that ring. You know, there's only a few athletes that I really have seen, you know, like Sugar Ray Leonard, man. He was just an athlete, love competing. Then you guys got like Roberto Duran, who's been in the slums of Panama, man, and he needs this. He wants this, you know. So you gotta be ready. You know, you don't know who is coming in that ring, so you gotta be prepared to go against whoever, you know. Kids in Mexico right now, 15 years old, like this is their dream. This is what they want their legacy to be, you know. Fighter.
I mean, how many times you see in other countries too? I mean, like you said, little 14, 15-year-old kid already has 200 something fights. And I'm like, what the
Yeah, man, it's crazy now. And now that the world is evolving, these kids are starting younger and younger and younger and younger. And like, I see 4-year-olds out in the gyms out here that they're just putting in work, just getting the mitts, getting the movement, getting the technique right. And then these parents are just they know that that's what they did, and if these kids like it, you know, they're like Tiger Woods' parents. Like, you know, it's literally the same thing. So you got to be ready. Like, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it.
Oh yeah, that definitely is home. Like starting late and then knowing that there's been people that have been training since they learned how to walk. You know, like it's not a joke in there.
No, they want to go in there and cause some damage.
Yeah, they know how to do it.
Yep.
Hey, but like you said earlier, you know, taking your recovery seriously and fully going through with the recovery process, it's very, very vital, you know.
It is.
No matter your age, but especially as you age.
Yep.
I wanted to ask real quick, Hitman, what's going on with the Bomb Squad, your team, bro? Because that was a fire setup, and then
it kind of broke apart when, you know, you just have people stop, you know, we weren't showing up, and then it was a far drive for some people. It was a far drive, you know, in different parts of the IE, you know, but Coyote and Mike 100, we were still sparring at his house. Like, we were still getting rounds, and even after all that, you know, Alfredo, he had family stuff come up, and I think he just had a baby. So, you know, understandable. Life comes up, you know, and they'll always be a part of Bomb Squad and the IE, and you know, and I'm still cleaning up my property and stuff. But I got 3 acres here, and I'm trying to, you know, get this cage going and stuff like that. I'm cleaning it up and just have people come and train. Like, if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. You know that, but. It's good having people around you that I've noticed the difference that can push you compared to when you're training by yourself. Like, hey, you could go another one. You could go another one. Now, when you're by yourself, like, I think I put in enough. No, I'll tell you when you put in enough, you know? So having that accountability is vital in a team, and just life happens. But I'm going to go to Mike 100s here after this weekend. The following weekend, I'm going to go spar and go every Saturday and spar him. That's my brother, dude. That guy taught me a lot. That guy helped me get in the paint, like, not just be outside jabbing it, you know. So I'm very thankful for that guy, man. And Coyote too, man. Those are good people. So
shout out to both the champs.
Yeah, for real. And Will too, BDW, man. That's my dog, bro. That's like if he was in the streets getting down, we getting down. Like it is what it is. That guy's giving me good work too. So it's just like now more Street Beefs fighters getting together. I couldn't, but I saw Will on TV before my first event, or on the YouTube, and now I'm now kicking it with the dude, and we doing our thing, man. His daughter plays with my kids and stuff like that, so it's dope. But BDW will never be part of Bomb Squad. Him and Coyote will never be homies.
Hey, but you know what? They gave us one of the greatest trilogies.
Banger.
And I do sense, whatever that is, but I do think there is some respect between them.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Know.
After three fucking banger ass fights, it's like,
And they went crazy in that ring. And you seen it. You were there. You're like, bro.
I reffed them.
Like this thud.
Not the first one, but I think I did the second and third. The third for sure.
Those were the second and third were the best ones too. Anyways, like
BDW
got so good with his technique and his skill compared to when he first started Street Beefs, and that he's been riding that way. He goes to the Fade Factory. He goes to different. He likes working, likes fighting. That's literally BDW, getting his bread and going out there and throwing chingazos.
Hell yeah, man. He's definitely one of my top favorites to watch. But still, what stands out is I can't remember what fight it was, and he puts his gloves down. And he's like 6 to the chin. And he's just like, roar!
Soldier of God. That was when he was what was he? Legion or Son or whatever. That was a crazy fight too. That was. I texted him after. I go, bro. You know you're gonna get CTE. You do that, right? Just laughing.
Yeah.
Well.
The people love it though.
Yeah, he knows he was getting views. He knew 100% he was getting them views.
Yep. I think I texted him one time too. Like, hey, you got to cut that out, bro. Like, I have to stop you from doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I was like, man, all right, bro. Hey, do you? Hey, it ain't me.
I feel like we got to get him a real mouthpiece, because that chewing gum that he's been using for the past 4 or 5 years.
That man got some Hubba Bubba and said, "Forget it, I'm going in, bro." He didn't care. He lost flavor after the first 10 seconds. He said, "I like it even better." He says, "It's tough now."
Blood orange flavor. Blood orange flavor.
Yeah, but he's been chewing on it for so long, it done went straight pure white. Like there's no flavoring in it at all.
That's just rubber.
Yeah.
Rubber.
No elasticity to it at all, bro. It's just it's just like a flat piece of gum with bite marks.
That's crazy.
Like a fucking tire in the snow. Tire track in the snow. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna have to get on. I got you, BDW. I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey,
I can't say that I'm familiar with like mouth guard jokes because I've never heard them before, but those were golden. Like, where else are you gonna find like mouth guard jokes that hit that hard? That's
Hell yeah. I was gonna ask Punisher, man. I saw your opponent in the chat, Peruvian Panther, earlier saying, "What's up?" We're talking about
what's up, man?
Fighter. Right? He's a killer fighter he puts on a show. And with your fight coming up, he's coming off of a win, sub, I believe a rear naked. You're coming off of a sub. You have 2 first-round wins. I mean, do you kind of feel like there's going to be a lot of eyes on your fight, specifically? Because we got some good fights. There's some good fighters. But the fact that both of you have really worked your way up and, showed that you have this hunger inside, I mean, you feel kind of like there's that extra eyes, extra pressure?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty unknown still because I've only got 2 fights, right? Like, I went, viral with my first one. People haven't really heard of my second one. Peruvian Panthers definitely coming up. Yeah, I think he had like a name change he went through. So he's got like a lot of fights under his belt. So he's pretty well known for his jiu-jitsu. I think that thing I'm focusing on rather than people saying, "Oh yeah, what these guys got," like I'm trying to promote the fight, get people excited about it. But I know for a fact that just because of the people that are going to be there, the kind of event it's going to be, like people are going to be like aiming for that top performance spot, right? And I think that could go to anybody. Like I know there's a couple fights on there I'm like super excited to see based on what I know, like even being new to the community. I honestly feel like, at least from my perspective, and I think Peruvian Panther kind of feels the same way, like we still have a lot more to prove and demonstrate as far as fighters. Definitely a lot of room to grow. Because I know for myself, like I've done 2 fights, but I've only been in the octagon for 1:45 total. My minute 29 for my first one, and then 14 seconds for my second one. So they haven't really seen what I'm capable of yet. This is what I'm aiming to pull out to show I've got like a lot more tools in my belt than people think. Like I'm not just a grappler. I actually don't enjoy grappling at all. So we're going to see. I think that Peruvian Panther's got a lot to prove in himself too. Because I don't think that we've seen like even scratch the surface of his potential yet. Because he gets better every single fight I see him in. So it's like, yeah, he's made somewhat of a name for himself so far, but like I can't wait to see what he does in the future. He's getting better every day. Excited to see it. Obviously nervous because I'm going to be at the other end of it on Saturday, but at the same time, it's a great motivation. Hopefully, I get a follow from Jocelyn Buckley. That would totally make my life. And yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I just gotta ask you real quick because you mentioned it earlier, and I wasn't gonna let that slide. You mentioned bars, or you mentioned some battle rap. I wanted to know if we could get some bars.
No, you can't. Absolutely cannot.
We don't want to hear no Canadian bars.
No, you don't. You don't want to hear a white ginger rapping. Trust me.
I'm literally asking for that on the show right now, though. Like,
I get you. I don't rap anymore. I don't even listen to rap anymore, man. Like it's just not me. It's not me.
Damn, like that, bro. Have you recorded anything ever?
Oh yeah. I've done a couple mixtapes. You can look up my battles. I went by DP the Mercenary. I did one.
You went by what? You went by what?
DP the Mercenary, David Paul, my initials.
The Mercenary.
But of course, the initials mean something else in battle rap, right? So it was a bit, yeah. So you can check my stuff out there if you want, but like I'm not sharing it. I'm not. I've turned my back on that. So yeah.
Wow, I can't even get one of the recorded verses real quick. Like
I can't even remember them, man. I can't remember them. Like they're gone.
I used to do music. I used to do music, and I know that that's not true. I know you remember something.
My brain's different, man. I have to.
I tried.
I've been. Yeah, you sure did. Are you going to spit something for us though?
If you would have, I would have.
Oh,
okay. He doesn't know.
No, I'm just saying. Like, if you would have, I would have.
The Punisher versus Some Key rap battle happening live right now.
No. I made songs,
Jokes.
So here's what I did. I made songs, but if I rapped, I enjoyed the aggressive delivery of a battle rap, right? Of a battle rapper, right? Let's be honest, especially we're of age, right? Eminem was a big influence if you're talking about lyricism in mainstream rap, right?
Yeah.
That aggressive delivery, you know what I'm saying? I like that, but at the same time, I also wanted to make things that would be considered timeless, So but anywho, enough of that. I tried, John. I tried.
You did. A for effort.
So we're gonna look up your music where?
I honestly, I don't even. It's been so long, man. I don't know
Don't
where
lie, it's
everything
on
is.
SoundCloud.
I
Don't lie,
I
it's on
used I
SoundCloud.
used to have a SoundCloud. Yeah, I had a SoundCloud and SoundClick. You guys remember that? That was like old stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
where.
before my time, brother.
Yeah. That's
only in
that.
Canada. That's only in
No,
Canada.
no. It's not a Canadian thing. It was like all the underground rappers put their stuff on there. It's like where you would find like free streaming music before there was free streaming music.
Yeah, me on
So
datpiff.com.
I just have.
I think I got one mixtape on that pit. It
Okay.
sucks.
So that's really what it is. You were bad, and you don't want
I'm
to release the bad. Okay.
I'm terrible. Yeah, I'm terrible. I don't belong in hip hop. There's no doubt about that.
Then why did you pursue? Because you obviously put some effort into this, right? So why did like other people weren't telling you were bad?
No, they weren't. I was obsessed with it. Like I thought it was me. It was like my outlet, my thing. And then fighting is way better than rapping for sure. Way better.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to fighting too.
Yeah.
Greg, someone doesn't agree with me, you just punch him in the face. Be like, "Bam."
Right? Yeah, you can't do that in a rap battle. Just it's frowned upon.
Hey, makes sense now. It makes sense.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, all right. I won't bug you anymore about the rap. Are you sure? No, no. I was gonna ask Hitman. Earlier, we brought up to the Punisher how West Coast has different cages and the Streetbeefs have unlockable cages. Is this gonna be your first time fighting on the mats?
Yeah,
And,
that's my first
you think
time.
that's gonna affect?
Yeah, because I don't got to be on the dirt no more. My shoes, man, I can move a little better. Like, when I fought Silas in those hay bales, bro, I was like, bro, this fool is everywhere right now. Like, I was like, man, I'm just going to keep my feet in the ground then and keep coming forward, letting them jab my chin and stuff. So, but I'm excited for the match, bro. It looks dope. Shout out to Smoke Ranch. What's it like in there, Sound K? Is it what you think?
It's solid, bro. It's solid. Definitely, it's definitely gonna help you. If you're using your footwork, it's gonna help for sure.
Cool.
Not slippery. So,
alrighty then, man.
I will say it's gonna feel tight. The cage perimeter is going to feel tight when you go into the cage. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. Dang, I like that. Because those hay bales, it was kind of a big, it was a big square. It was a little, I mean, it wasn't too big, of course, but I still love the sandbox, man. That was
classic.
Cool. That was a classic, man. Love that one. And I like the scrapyards. I like the scrapyard setup too. I like the turf and stuff like that. So that's cool. So I like that everyone's kind of implementing like a surface on the ground, whether it's mats or the turf or whatever it may be.
The turf is cool, but when you do MMA, you need some guards or something because those burns afterwards, you're feeling good. You go jump in the shower, and it's like I'm gonna.
Well, that's the main reason I haven't done I didn't want to do when I first started MMA because the dirt, and I seen someone's back was, I don't know what was in the dirt, but they had a big old slice down their back. I was like, what happened? What happened here? So I was like, we gonna box. We gonna do that because I used to wrestle. I've done jiu-jitsu, I've done all that stuff, man. And I mean, it's been a minute, but I mean, I know my technique's still there and stuff. But nah, I'll save the dirt for everybody else. You MMA guys, you guys got it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a bit harder than the mats, though.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, wouldn't want to get slammed on that for sure.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Definitely enjoyed the Scrapyards cage as well. I think when I fought, it started raining, and it wasn't. I wasn't affected too much by that, And then what was really cool was the cameras y'all use. It captured the rain in a cool way. So
It was like an anime. Song's walks in the cage.
That first jab I throw cuts through the water especially if you slow it down, the power of YouTube, you slow it down a little bit. Yeah.
Technology, brother. Technology. We don't have Motorola no more. No more razors, brother.
No.
Brother,
The machines have upgraded.
Yeah, we got holograms now.
That wasn't even me fighting, bro.
Yeah. Because I put the goggles on and here we are. You see what I see.
Oh, shit. But hey, well, let me speak for myself. I definitely at some point got to make it to the OG yard because that's the only one off the list. I mean, Dirty South too, but for sure the OG yard for me that's a must.
Yeah. I wanted to go there too, man. I was supposed to go there. Supposed to fight Scarface actually.
Yeah, I remember.
And I think he got hurt, and I was like, bro, I came out there for you. I wanted to go. I appreciate you, man. Scarface, shout out Scarface, cool people, man.
Scarface.
Yup. We wouldn't have this without him. So, and he's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be at the anniversary.
He's supposed to be at the anniversary.
Yeah, that's what he be saying. We shall see.
So that would be a great honor.
That would. So now I really got beat up the Canadian in front of that Scarface.
Because they had a fight spar where a Canadian won. Yeah.
I seen that.
So
one. I got you, Scarface. Don't trip.
Hell yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch, man. So I was gonna say, bro, because I know that we're keeping each other. Everyone's having a fun time at different time zones, but we still got some more fun time to go. We're not quite done yet. I was curious, Punisher, with being in Canada, and I know earlier you said that the rules are a little different. It's harder to get fights and stuff. I was actually curious. You obviously know how to handle yourself in the cage a bit. Did you fight a little bit growing up or anything like that in the streets? Or I don't even know how you get punished over there if you.
What a weird way to word that though. Like, I got a couple street fights and all that. It's just part of it. It happens. Things get shut down pretty quick, especially nowadays, right? I think back in the day, you'd have like the fights in high school where you go off across the street, even construction sites and stuff like that. Just go across the street, duke it out, and that's it. Now it's like a lot more, strict. Like they don't allow like any altercation whatsoever, or else the police are there, like flies on poop sort of thing. So. Yeah, it was interesting. I remember back then it was like after the fight was done, it was a lot like how beef gets settled in Streetbeefs where it's you got your problems, you duke it out in the cage, win or lose, you're like your best friends after that, and that's the way it was sort of growing up. Nowadays it's a bit different. People are trying to get even, end up shootings and stabbings and all that crap. It never used to be like that. It was like an honor code that you had. But that being said, I wasn't a good fighter. Would never consider myself that. But yeah, the heart was always there. Like it was. It's taken these years to sort of expose what it truly looks like. I mean, like I've always had a heart for protecting people, protecting myself. Didn't know how that would manifest later on in my life, and with my upbringing, it made it a bit challenging to express that as well. But now I'm older, I've had time to, self-reflect, have like a sense of self-awareness too. Like, and this is why, I'm on the trajectory I'm on in MMA, because this is like the best fit for it. And if I get to use it outside the ring for someone else's benefit or for justice, even better. And that's, why I call myself the Punisher, right? Because I'd love to administer justice to the right people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let me find out you got a superhero costume in your closet that you're waiting to bust out one day, man. Heck.
All right, okay. I'm gonna show you guys something. It's not a costume, but back in my rapping days, I used to wear these a lot.
Okay.
I got special edition Marvel fitteds here. This one's a Star-Lord one. My favorite one is the Vision You recognize that there? I got a Thanos one. This was my very first one I collected. Iron Man. It's really beat up now, but
Hey, that
you
one
got
go hard.
that. Yeah, it's a super good hat. I've got like a Infinity Gauntlet one. This one looks cool. I look like a douchebag when I wear it because it's gold, but it's still a really nice hat. And yeah, that's the hang
So
up collected. Oh, the Ultron one. I love the Ultron one. The
is it
Ultron
safe
one's
to
nice.
say that the hat helped you get in the zone?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
I mean,
I don't know where my head was at half the time during that phase of my life, to be honest. But
theoretically, the rapper is in one of those hats.
I was about to say that.
If you
gotta
put one of
find
them
it.
hats
Hey, where the
on,
grind count at, bro?
I mean,
Where the grind count at? I know you got it.
I'm just
man.
saying. You got an audience, bro. Like you got a live audience.
I know, but I'm not that guy anymore. Those hats belong next to the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones. You know, just lock it away. It's too dangerous for society. You know what I mean? So,
I get it. You would kill it so bad we all die. I get it.
maybe you die of the cringe. That's what you die of. Yeah, too much cringe.
Once more, I tried.
You did valiant effort on your part.
My God.
Yeah. I'll just say. So yeah, now that we're getting a little close to the end, you know. So okay, did you have some final questions that we had for our guests before we start wrapping the show up or anything like that?
I asked him 3 times, and you know,
Okay, it's been on my mental. I've been trying to get him.
you know what I'm saying. You know, you know. Yeah, man, it's been a great show. You have any last questions, bro?
Yeah, I was kind of curious too. I mean, we saw that the Punisher had a little bit of an outside talent. Hitman, do you have any outside talents other than teaching people lessons with your fists?
I mean, bro, I'm huge into sports, bro. I'm football, baseball. I play slow pitch softball, but I do tournaments and stuff like that. Shoot, what else I got going on? That's pretty much it, man. I ain't got
water polo. You played water polo before?
I ain't got no ass for a Speedo, bro. I'm like Hank Hill back there, bro.
They wear Speedos?
Bro, yeah, them water polo dogs or whatever, they out there in Speedos.
Oh man, I thought I learned about water polo last week, but he didn't tell us about this part. He didn't tell us.
Bro,
Isn't that just a wrestling outfit though? Like it's the same thing. The Speedos and that like hat thing. It's just like wrestling.
Yeah. Oh,
some wrestlers.
Like sports too.
Some wrestlers, shit. I'm coming out like John Cena. Shit, what y'all talking about? Long ass jean shorts.
It's the look. It's the look.
I feel all this right now.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. Hey, real quick, Hitman, how'd you come up with the name Hitman? That's my last question. As my phone is about to die.
No, you good. I remember when I used to watch Hagler and Hearns, and I watched all those guys. And I really liked.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and my name's Harrison, so I was like, man, what's my name gonna be? So I was like, H Harrison Hitman. It goes together, but now there's so many damn Hitmans and Streetbeefs. I'm like, I'm gonna add my last name, Hitman Garcia, my boy. So that's how I came up with that. And that's another thing. I grew up watching. I used to watch when it was on HBO and Showtime when the channels were still on regular TV. It was channel 32. So, but yeah, that's how that name came about. And when I was younger too, like when homies would get in fights, like they would ask like, "Hey, can you come with me? Like, we gotta go fight?" Like I'd be fighting with them. Like, yeah, I got you. But they never told me there'd be like 6 people and we only got 2. So I'm like, hey, bro, you ain't telling me the fine print, but we still got in there. So that was kind of how the name came about, man. I always call bullshit for what it is, and then if I gotta go in there and get it, and we gonna handle it, no matter what it is. So
You're like, I gotta whoop your ass after I whoop these people's asses for
Yeah.
not telling me the truth.
Bro, it's been jumped a few times, so I'm like, man, give me a warning next time, damn it. Like, come on. Or let me know so I could bring some people too. Like, dang. He said, this guy's got a problem. I said, this guy, that's the whole family. There's a family tree right in front of us. Like, damn.
I got one, and you got everybody else. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, what? I looked like Martin Lawrence, bro. I was like, what? Come out lumped up.
You didn't see him playing basketball, just passing him around. Boom, boom, boom. Like,
Yeah,
I told
for
you.
real.
Sorry, old man moment there. I tried to look at a notification and I booted myself out.
Okay, bro. I'll probably be there when the new technology come out when I'm 42, so don't even trip.
Yeah, I can't catch up.
And when you're 50, you're just gonna be like this. Forget it.
I'm already there, man. I don't care. I'll hold on to the same dang phone until it dies. Like it's, I got no need for these new technology thingy-majiggers things.
When Wi-Fi first came out, my dad and my brother got into it. He's like, no, I don't want internet. I want Wi-Fi. My brother's like, that's the same thing. And when they were arguing for like a half hour about Wi-Fi and internet, so my dad calls me. I'm in the Middle East, and he's like, it's like 2 a.m. there here, and then it's like 9 at night over there. And my dad calls me, and I'm like, hey, I go, Dad, what? Like, what? He goes, hey, can you tell Alex that I want Wi-Fi and not internet? I go, Dad, it's the same thing. And I hung up. And he texted me laughing. I was like, bro, come on. But he's 65, so I gave him a pass, bro.
Damn. That's actually when we were older, it's gonna be like, what do you mean you gotta hide the Google search above my head? Everyone can see it. They're looking at me. Oh man, dang it.
Hey, well, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys having me on. I got some family stuff I gotta handle, but it was a fun show. I appreciate you guys. Punisher, it's nice meeting you, man. I can't wait for your fight.
You too, man. Yeah, same, bro. I'll be looking out for you for sure.
Appreciate you. And then Psalm K, Buddy V, always the OGs, always the cool people, man. I appreciate you guys. So thanks for the love, and I'll catch you guys.
Appreciate you, brother. I'll see you at the anniversary.
Yes, sir. I'll see you there.
Take care.
Peace. You got any shout outs you want to give real quick, Punisher, before you head out?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, thank you guys for having me on. You guys are a real blast to be chatting with. This was really entertaining, real fun. Also, really just appreciate everything you guys do for the culture too. You know, like I know that you guys got your lives and all of that, and work, family, fighting, and you still find room to put people like me on and interview. You're doing what you love, but you're doing us a good service, and I'm really grateful for that. It's amazing. I know they're not watching, but shouts out to everybody that's trained me as a coach and sparred with me, that's encouraged me, that said they've been inspired by my journey and all of that stuff. I'm eternally grateful. Never saw it getting this far. Shouts out to all of the the Street Beefs communities across the states. And hopefully I get to meet all of you guys soon and get to put on a show on Saturday. Shouts out to Peruvian Panther. Let's get fight of the night. Let's do it. Fight of the night. Woo! Yeah, represent.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah, I think that's all for me.
Hey, well, we appreciate you, brother. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah. One more detail. So the weekend I'm fighting is actually my wife and I's 7-year anniversary. So obviously a big shout out to her. She's somewhere over there. Hi. Yeah. So I've got to win this one. She's awesome, camera shy. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Hey, well, happy anniversary to y'all, and we appreciate you for your time, man. It was great.
Thanks for yours. You guys are doing an awesome job.
Thank you, man.
Hey, boy, damn, man, that was fun. Talk about a fire show.
Straight fire, man. Straight fire.
Heck yeah. And we usually have a bunch of other segments for you guys. We can't do that all the time because we got to leave you wanting more, which means you have to come back next week to come see what else we got picked out for y'all. Ooh. And like you heard earlier on the show, don't forget, it's Wednesday. It means something special after the show. You know what you need to go do. But even though we're having fun, Samcare, we're going to have to wrap it up.
It's about that time, buddy. First and foremost, I want to thank our guests. Shout out to you, the Punisher. Shout out to you, Hitman. We appreciate you. Shout out to Buddy V. Shout out to Jay. Heart in the Fight. ZwellWorld.com. Again, that's where you can get your Cardio is Key shirt. On Wednesdays, you use the code SOMK. Get that for $10. Go ahead. Get that for $10 today only. Yeah, shout out to Heart in the Fight, Zwell World, Overtime Hustling Magazine, OG Yard, Scrap Yard, West Coast, Dirty South. We do this for y'all. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, bro.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Zoo, like he said. And Wednesdays, that's the day to get them. Whether you go check out the website, the Facebook, or the Instagram as well, _Bloody V. It's always fun. You get to see cool things on there. And I even got some new stuff on being released here too. So keep your eyes peeled. You're going to start seeing a few more. But the biggest thing you want to see is the scrap yard drawing I'm working on. I got like this paper that's like 2 feet by 3 feet. Yeah, I have not showed like anybody. You gotta wait to see. So you gotta tune in. And after that anniversary, the West Coast anniversary, you gotta see what we're about to have. So what? It's the exclusive. But thank you, Somke. We kill it every single week. And man, these guests keep getting better. It's making our jobs easier. Jay, you keep it smooth no matter what and any sort of weather condition. So thank you for keeping it like that behind the scenes. And thank you to everybody watching. There wouldn't even be a show if we didn't have any of you coming around. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out, whether it's here live or on replay. And we'll always end the show with Jay's famous words, with one world, one love, deuces.
Refusing to allow limits to hold you back. When you hit that wall, you can either let it stop you or you can break through. Somke speaks from experience when he says cardio is key, cardio is key, cardio is key. And over here at Zuwell, we embody our motto, hard work, grit, and determination. Go get your Cardio is Key shirt today.